Welcome to Discourses by Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj Gondavalekar. Today we'll explore the February 16th discourse on Follow What the Saints Tell You, where we delve into how following the guidance of saints and living in Nama can lead to spiritual fulfillment and happiness. Feel happy in the circumstances in which God keeps you. Do not feel sorry about the misery and the reverses of family life. We always talk of me and mine. Do we ever stop to consider how much of it we can really control or enjoy? The real reason for our misery is expectation and avarice for more and yet more. This can only be cured by maintaining constant remembrance of God. Never forget that you belong to Him. True spiritualism requires that the mind is engaged in thoughts of God. Deceive not the world, nor let yourself be duped by it. He who lives in Nama really lives in the company of the godly. We usually keep company with those of like occupation and similar taste. Attach your mind to Nama. A dog is emboldened and barks at others when accompanied by its master. So too we should live fearlessly with the support of the Lord. Only we should not bark, that is, should not be puffed with pride that we chant Nama. Such pride degrades the sadhana. We should forget that we chant Nama and always behave with humility. Be attentive to your work and treat all with love. A woman respects and tries to keep her in-laws pleased, with the primary object of pleasing the husband. Similarly, behave so that the Lord is pleased. If you ask the doctor, "Why don't you give me the medicine contained in that particular bottle?" he answers, "Because your illness is not one for which that is a remedy." Similarly, the sadhana prescribed by a sadguru is the one particularly suited for the individual's needs. Therefore, we should do as he tells us to. It is no use blindly imitating his actions. Hand over the reins of your life to him, and be carefree. Follow the guru's behest. When you come to the crossroads, he is right there to point out the correct way. What is the use of doing nothing and merely asking, "What next?" It is only the saints who have really comprehended the Vedas. They have laid us under deep obligations by explaining the meaning in a simple manner. We should passively obey them to the letter, without adding anything of our own. We can rest assured of success then. A saint is brimful and dripping with love of God. Only Namasmarana will lead you to a saint. Let me share a story from the Bhagavata Purana that beautifully illustrates the importance of following the guidance of saints, the story of Narada and the hunter. Once, the great sage Narada was traveling through a forest when he came across a hunter named Mrigari. Mrigari was known for his cruelty, as he would half-kill animals and take pleasure in watching them suffer before they died. Seeing this, Narada was filled with compassion for both the animals and the hunter. Narada approached Mrigari and asked him why he inflicted such pain on the animals. Mrigari replied that it was his family tradition, and he knew no other way to earn a living. Narada, with his gentle demeanor, explained the principles of compassion and the consequences of one's actions. He then instructed Mrigari to chant the name of Lord Rama, and assured him that this would bring about a profound change in his life. Initially skeptical, Mrigari nevertheless followed Narada's advice and began chanting Nama with sincerity. Over time his heart softened and he felt immense compassion for all living beings. He gave up his cruel ways and dedicated his life to chanting Nama and serving the Lord. Mrigari's transformation was so profound that when Narada visited him again, he found Mrigari surrounded by animals that were no longer afraid of him. The hunter, once feared for his cruelty, had become a saintly figure who radiated love and compassion. Mrigari expressed his gratitude to Narada, acknowledging that it was the saint's guidance and the power of Nama that had changed his life. This story illustrates that by following the guidance of saints and practicing Namasmarana with sincerity, we can undergo profound spiritual transformation. The saints, filled with divine wisdom and compassion, guide us on the path of righteousness and help us connect with the divine. Therefore, let us embrace Namasmarana with unwavering faith and follow the teachings of saints, knowing that their guidance will lead us to spiritual bliss and fulfillment. Just as Mrigari experienced a profound transformation through the guidance of Narada and the power of Nama, we too can find peace, contentment, and divine connection through the persistent practice of chanting the divine name. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Follow What the Saints Tell You. Remember, by following the guidance of saints and living in Nama, we can transcend worldly attachments and experience true spiritual bliss. Embrace this practice with unwavering faith, and may it bring you peace and fulfillment in your journey. May Nama bring you peace, contentment, and divine connection in your journey.